The purpose of this brief video is to introduce MOOC instructors to the overall design of the course and just to orient you to how the MOOC is viewed by you as an instructor in the course. This is somewhat different than what you would see in a normal Crown Online course, and the basic reason for that is because our normal courses would have 20 or 25 students in them, and it's a pretty straightforward design that way, but we're trying to accommodate several hundred students here, so we have to organize the course a little bit differently. And the first thing you're going to notice is that there are a number of categories over here in the menu to the left, and you'll see that if there's a little box with a line through it, that means it's not visible to the students. And we're trying to keep students from viewing certain items here, such as the discussion tab and the group tab. We want to keep that hidden from them. They should instead access everything through the weekly activities folder. Now, until the MOOC is actually live, the weekly activities button is also hidden to them. So we only want them until the start of the MOOC to see the Orientation Start Here folder. We want them to access the syllabus, and we want them to see announcements. As the course proceeds, things will be released to them. Weekly folders will be released to them on a weekly basis and such, and they can access them then through this weekly activities folder. So you don't have to do this, but on the first day of class I will make this link available to them so that then students can go in and see the rest of the course. Now if you click in, you can click into any of these because as an instructor you can see all of these tabs and access them. If you click on weekly activities folder, then you can go into that and you're going to see, again, you're going to see all these folders, but they're not available yet. You can see all of this, you can access it, but the students will not until it's live to them. And this folder should turn a yellow color when it's available to them. So if you go to week 1 then and click in, the other unique feature that you're going to find in your view of this course is that you can see all of the groups. So if we have, let's say, 300 people signed up in this class right now, then we can't have 300 people trying to collaborate with one another. So what we've done is divided the class up into groups of roughly 75 students. Now, occasionally we'll have a special group come along, and in this course you're going to see that there is Mountain Alliance Church has requested to be formed into their own group. In the past, we've had an alumni group that functioned together as their own group. And if you start scrolling down in the week 1 content, everyone will access the welcome survey, everyone will see the overview. But once we get into the discussion forums, like the introduction discussion forum, you'll see it showing up here in your tray as introductions group 1, group 2, group 3. Now, I set here an adaptive release on that so that only Group 1 can see and participate in this Group 1 discussion forum. Only Group 2 members can participate in this one and such. You can see all of them. You can participate in all of them as an instructor, but the students can only participate in those that they're designated to. So, for example, here the Mountain Alliance folks can only participate in that forum. And others, likewise, cannot participate in their forum. Everyone can see the video, and then again, with these threaded discussions, you can only see your group. Similarly, the group projects that are in here are available only to those group members. So again, it's a fairly large group that actually has access to that, because it might be 75 people, but in all reality, only 20 people will probably participate in the group project. Again, everyone is free as a participant in the free course just to do what they want to do. So that's kind of what ends up happening here. Most people do the discussion forum, and then they participate, they do the learning mastery quizzes, and then some people go on and do the small group stuff. So again, everyone would have access to the Bible quizzes, and that just goes right into the grade book. There's nothing there's no adaptive release on that. So I just wanted to explain how this is set up for you. First of all, why is it that you're seeing all these groups in here? You're really only responsible to go in and care for the groups that you are responsible for. So, if you're the instructor for groups 1 and 2, that's all you have to do. If you're the instructor for the Mountain Alliance group, then that's the only group you have to go in and supervise. but you'll be able to see all of it as an instructor. And then the other thing I wanted to say is that even though the students cannot access the discussions through this discussion tab, you can do this, and it is a useful tool because it'll allow you to go in here and see all of the discussions, and you'll be able to see, you know, how many total participants, how many total posts, how many haven't you read yet or accessed yet. I'd be a little weary of this because sometimes this is not accurate depending on how you access it, but I did want you to know that this access point is available to you, even though it's not available to the students. So if you have any questions along the way, please let me know. We mostly want to just stay really encouraging to the students here. Jordan Brown for this MOOC is the lead instructor, so he'll be posting weekly announcements that will go out to the entire class. If you, for some reason, would want to communicate with only your group, then what you can do is go to this student email section, and then once the groups are set up, you can email the group through that tool. Or you can go into the groups tool and you can click on your group and email your group through that tool. So you can do that as the instructor for your group, but please don't use the announcements tool, you know, to communicate with individual groups. That will only be for the course administrator, myself, or for the lead instructor who is communicating instructional material to the entire group. And that's how it's going to work. You know, MOOCs run like this. You start out with high involvement, and then across time, people get busy, people drop off. I just want to encourage people that you know, even if life gets busy and they can't do as much one week, they can still jump back in the next week. Or they can jump in a few weeks later. It's just a resource to them to learn as much as they can, to make materials available to them. And they're in no way hindering the functioning of the group or this course by participating at whatever level they can. So they need to know that, and we just want to be encouraging to them and helping them continue to move along. It's a lot of work to try to do in 7 weeks, but whatever they can get done will be to their benefit, and if our vision is achieved, then it will help them learn more and become more biblically literate. Thank you so much.